welcome back. Okay, so today is Monday, so we are going to do Mom Encouragement Monday. We all need a little encouragement now and then, right? I need it every day. So my husband and I had a chance to go on a date night, and we went to our school's fundraising dinner. And it was amazing. The girls that put it together did a beautiful job. It's decorated beautifully. The food was good. And they had a couple pastors come and speak. And one of our pastors was our pastor from our church. And I just love him. He's amazing. And then there's another pastor that I've never heard speak before. And I actually don't even remember his name. But y'all, he made such an impact on me. Okay, so he spoke after the dinner. They had already taken my plate. My napkin was gone. He started to speak and I cried the entire time. Like ugly cried, like bawling cried. Not like, oh, is she crying or is she just sniffling a little? No, I was like crying. So a couple of things that he said stuck with me and I wanted to share them because they really made an impact and I've actually already started implementing some of them. And it's amazing how effective it is and how much it works. So he did a talk on teachable moments and kind of like leaving your legacy and that kind of thing, and teachable moments. And so he asked his kids, who are all grown now, what their teachable moments were, like looking back on their childhood. And he said the ones that they brought up were not ones that he would have picked. They weren't like the well planned out speech, like today I'm going to teach them about kindness and it's like a well planned out speech. It was like just those life moments that just happen organically and like because you're alive, like they just happen. And so the first one he talked about was his kids playing outside on a snowy day and they built an igloo, and then this neighbor kid came over, and the neighbor kid's like kind of annoying, but they're trying to love him, and it started out fun throwing snowballs, and then the neighbor kid turned to like not being kind, like ruining their fort or dumping snow on them. I can't remember what it was, but not being kind. And he said his wife like didn't say anything, just hopped up, and like Mama Bear came out and she ran down the stairs and she ran outside and she jumped over the bushes and she grabbed that kid by the shoulders. And he was like, I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be good. And she said, Mike, I don't know what his name is, Mike, you are a good boy, but you're not acting like a good boy. And I immediately started bawling because I realized that wouldn't have been my reaction. My reaction would have been to protect my kids and tell this other kid what a mean kid they were being to my precious children. But what I realized when he said that was that they're all my kids. We're all God's kids, and these are all kids that I come in contact with no matter where I am. If they're at my house, if I'm at the grocery store, I don't want to harm them. I want to help them. And if I only get to interact with them for a short amount of time, I want to help train them as much as possible. And me telling that child that he was a bad boy and not behaving correctly and what a mean kid he is wouldn't have done him any good. It only would have spoken ill over him. He would have remembered that as like the time the mean neighbor lady yelled at him. And but she spoke life into him. She started out by saying, you're a good boy. You know what is good. You know what is right. You know what is wrong. And this behavior is beneath you. And like when you speak life into somebody, you give them an opportunity to like measure up to that, right? Like, so when she said, you are a good boy, he was able to grow into that, stop his behavior, think about what he was doing, and grow into that behavior. Whereas when you speak the negative on somebody, like your behavior is terrible, you're so bad, then they just kind of shrink into that. Like, well, I'm bad, so I'm just going to stay bad. They have nothing to grow towards, right? And so I realized that my reaction would have been, your behavior's terrible, you're a bad boy, don't come over and play with my kids again since you're going to be mean, right? I probably wouldn't have said all of that, but that's what I would have been thinking. Whereas I can affect people's lives, help grow people's lives, children's lives, just by speaking life into them, even if it's just like a passing in a grocery store, by speaking life over somebody, giving them something to grow into. And so I actually had an opportunity to do it with one of my children this weekend. I don't even remember what was going on, but I said, you know what? You are a good kid. You're a good kid. But the way you're treating your siblings right now, it's not good. We need to make better choices. And that child hugged me. The child hugged me. Because I spoke life into them, they were able to grow into what I was telling them. They're good, and so they can grow into that goodness. Their behavior can show that goodness instead of the picking and the trying to start an argument and that kind of thing. So that's really made an impact. I wanted to share that with you because I think it's easy to go to the negative, right? Like, it's just human nature. We can think about all the negative things that happen during our day. We can think about all the negative things that people say to us. But really, where growth happens is when we focus on the positive and we give our children something to grow into. So that is something I am going to be working on, focusing on the positive, spinning my words so they're positive. It doesn't mean you don't discipline. It doesn't mean you don't, you just let their behavior go, right? This child their behavior was not good, and I did reprimand them for it, but I did it by speaking life into them instead of like a negativity over them. And then the other thing he talked about was tattoos, like what we tattoo on our children, like the words we say may become a tattoo that they carry with them for the rest of their lives. And that's when I ugly cried, because I was like, what have I tattooed my children with? But tattoos can be positive too. Like, again, human nature, I immediately went to the negative. Like, I'm thinking about all the horrible things that my kids these tattoos they're going to carry with them for the rest of their lives. But we can also tattoo positive things on them, right? So like, we can speak life into them, and those speaking that life into them over and over and over and over as they grow will be a tattoo on their heart that they will take with them. And so I just wanted to share that because I found it really encouraging. I found it really convicting at first and embarrassing because I ugly cried in front of like all the important people at our school. But I found it really encouraging too as I like sat back and thought about it and how I can implement it into my day and raising my children. And like I said, even just with strangers passing by, like today, when we went to drop off my kids, there was one of the teachers, she was dressed really cute. She had like boots on and a little summery dress, and then she had a jean jacket over top, and she looked really cute. And I said, I love your outfit. And she was like, oh, thank you, that was really nice of you. And to me, it was just like a passing comment, like, oh, that's cute, that's something I would wear, I like your outfit. But to her, it really meant something. Like, it was a nice compliment. And who doesn't like getting compliments? Who does not want life spoken over them? And so I just want to challenge you today as you go about your week this week to speak life over your children, to speak life over yourself. That's probably where I'm going to struggle the most. And just speak life over the people that you come in contact with. Like genuine life, not like fake, I'm just going to try to be nice to everybody I meet, but like genuine kindness. I think that does a lot for people. So anyway, I hope you're having a good day, and we'll be back tomorrow for Tip Tuesday. Bye, y'all.